So you can see the mechanics done on this electric motor here. The this is the drive shaft of the electric motor. So I have to convert this mount right here. I have to convert it to be able to work with this propeller angle here, so to be able to turn it, to be able to spin it. So I use this as to actually get the angle of rotation, because I have to calculate the RPM of this electric motor here, right there. So this is a heavy brushed DC motor, right? So this motor is very heavy, because when you talk about brushed DC motor, because of the configuration of this motor, it's always big, it's usually big. So this is a heavy industrial electric DC motor here, so you can see it. So very well seated right there. We have to configure a very good angle here, so you can see the engineering done here. Look at the seating. So the electric motor is actually floating. It's floating as it's sitting. It's not touching anywhere. It's floating right there. So it's just a crazy form of engineering done right here. So it's floating right here. Look at the angle. Look at this is an engine seat here. It's actually resting on this engine seat without touching any of these connections, without any of these angles. So it's just so fitted right there. So if you ask me, so what is actually holding this in place? You can see it's bolted under. There is a plate underneath it. So it came on its own. The electric motor is a screw, two screw space right there. So a plate was constructed, so it's bolted right there underneath of this plate. So that is the only connection it's having with the body of this motor and these joints right here. So it's very free. So it's very free of communication with the vehicle body language. So in terms of vibration and shock and all that, is very free from all those play, just to help this vehicle and help this motor, stay efficient right here. So you can see the you can see the angle right there. It's the velocity angle, playing from this place. So you can see the gap right there. So much room, allowing enough space for any sort of play within the vehicle during the course of movement. So I have already directed the connections. This is actually the connection. I in my last video, in case you've not seen that, I showed you how I connected. So this is actually the negative terminal here, and this is the positive terminal right here, coming from the other end, and I've directed it to the battery right there. So it's looking all set, for working, for all that which is expected. And so that's it, and I hope to show you more of all these as soon as I try to free up all these places to have more room to actually film the entire wiring connections, so that you see it. Because I actually admire so much how this bracket system was connected alongside this electric motor to actually give it so much room to be free, from shocking vibration right there. And it's just so smooth. If you can see it from here, you will see that all that place is not touching. It's not touching, it's not connected at all. So that is it, my friends.